Texas League Baseball is next. And a good evening, everybody. We welcome you into Texas League Baseball here in South Texas. And now here's the star of the show, the one, the only, John Baker. Thank you, Bob. We welcome you into this Texas League live broadcast here on this Sunday night as we get set for the third and final game of this three-game set between the visiting Amarillo Sod Poodles and your San Antonio Missions. Well, the two teams conclude after this one, and so far Amarillo will head stop next to their next location as they head to Corpus Christi to take on the Hooks Tuesday through Sunday next week. Mission stay home. They take on the Midland Rockhounds in a 6-game set. And after that, it's a 6-game road travel to Frisco starting 2 weeks from now. Go online now, samissions.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, download Bally Live, our great minor league app that you can watch up to 4 or 5 games with Bally Live, which that is pretty neat. Well, I know we are pretty much overdue for our broadcast, but evidently we have been having a lot of outages, but evidently we are back up and running. Hopefully things are all right now. And so far, we are about set to go here on this evening. Well, San Antonio winning last night. The final score was 5-2. And so far, the Missions winning their 52nd win of the 2025 season. They still hold first place. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, Midland played this afternoon. Evidently, they won the final score 11-2 against the Arkansas Travelers. And so far, they pretty much were good. Evidently, they came in from behind and just whooped the snot out of them. But anyway, pretty good on that. Well, anyway, just hope and pray that all is well. And we've been having internet malfunctions. And so far we are hopefully asking that there will be a maintenance check on our internet system. And that way we have been getting delayed. And so far, hopefully we'll be pretty good to get through this one here tonight. Well, we are about set to go. Let's take you now down on the field as we present you our broadcast with our third and final game of this 3-game set. Sod Poodles taking on your San Antonio Missions here this evening. So far, got a great crowd here tonight as they come for a Sunday night ball game, and so far not like a afternoon ball game where it is hot and humid and everything else. Braden Nett being the first pitcher for San Antonio to get on the hill. 4-seam cutter, splitter, slurve, and a sinker. And so far ready to go for San Antonio. The second baseman, Manuel Pena, strides up first for Amarillo, and we're just set to go here at 7:15 after our long 15 minutes of seeing what the internet does. But evidently, we're underway, and here is the pitch by Braden Nett, and that'll even up at 1-1. So we're getting this one going here tonight. Cloudy skies, temperature 86 degrees here at first pitch. That one right there hit to Cedeno as it ground hops to Castellon at first. And there is 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Tommy Troy coming in. He's the shortstop tonight. So far, just getting through this one and the next 6 games against Midland, our big priority of next week. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be high fly in the air, foul. And the count now, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one sliced foul. And the count now at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one skied high in the air up to center. Mears has it in view, and he's got it for out number 2.
Batting third, the first baseman, Jackson.
The first baseman, Jackson Feltner, strides up next. Cloudy day today, but temperature felt like it was really nice due to the fact that cloud cover has been most part of the day. Evidently making a day a whole lot cooler as it is. We went out to West Creek Trail Rides. That is also our proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball. And so far, they are a great horseback riding service for all of Bexar County and San Antonio as well. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And right there, the inning comes to a close. No runs or hits or errors or anybody left on for Amarillo. We head to the bottom of the first, and San Antonio up to bat right after this. So no score as we head to the bottom half of the first inning, and we will be ready to go here in this one. About set to go for the bottom of the first. Right now for San Antonio Missions Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob. Dylan Ray about set to go for the Sod Poodles. And so far, getting to see a pretty thing on the screen.
For the Missions, the left fielder.
And that'll bring up the left fielder for San Antonio. As he gets ready to go for the Missions. Change up inside for a strike. The count now at 0-1. As he takes that one inside for that strike. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That one is skied high in the air up to center field. Moving under it, the center fielder in plenty of time. Makes the catch for the out.
The catcher, Ethan.
That'll bring up Ethan Salas, the catcher. Well, evidently hope and pray that things will be all better as we go through our live broadcast tonight. And hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed on whatever we may have coming up within a few hours from now. No balls, 1 strike, and a pitch. That one's going to be skied high in the air up to right field, and that is out number 2. Could be a 1-2-3 inning for San Antonio.
Third, the center fielder, Joshua.
And that'll bring up the center fielder, Joshua Mears, as he comes in. It's ready to go. And, yep, so far today we have seen West Creek Trail Rides. Went on a ride today, pretty good. How's your partner Picani doing? Is he doing pretty good? Well, he's doing really good, but problem about it is he's got a sore on his back. Ooh, well, that's not good. Well, that one right there, and I get down for a base hit. And San Antonio, first hit of the evening, comes in. And so far, pretty good on that.
The first baseman, Marcos.
First baseman, Marcos Castañon, coming in as he strides up next for San Antonio. Takes a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. Don't forget, Saturday mornings this October, we have a new season of Horseback Riding Adventures, Season 4. And yeah, you're going to be super excited when we do approach that day. About 3 seasons and a half of TV television. And right there, the first baseman catches that for the out. And we'll tell you more along the way as we go now to the top of the second inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. No score through 1 as we head to the second inning. Right after this, Gino, Groover, Conicello, and Sim will lead it for the Sod Poodles when we come back here in this broadcast. Top half of the second inning for Amarillo, right now the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Gino Groover coming in as he leads off the top of the second inning for Amarillo. Braden Net comes in, the windup and the stretch, that's a taken in strike, and it's 0-1. Well, with 3 seasons and a half worth of filming for Horseback Riding Adventures, pretty good right there. That is Castañon's ball. He takes it to the delivery point to the first base area. And that is out number 1. Gino Groover being the first out. Gavin Conicello coming in now. And here is the pitch. That's inside for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. So far, for our immediate apologies on behalf of the San Antonio Missions, we are just sorry that we had to keep y'all waiting as the evening goes on. Now, evidently trying to get the broadcast going on our internet. And there is out number 2. But evidently, with things going good, I hope that things will go good through to get us going through the evening without no more problems. That's pretty good, right, Bob? Well, I sure hope so, John. I'm a computer expert, internet expert. I mean, I work electronics like crazy, and pretty much I've done that my whole life. It's a fun job and stuff, too. Man. And that one's going to be well crushed. That is deep, and that is gone. A home run. Amarillo strikes first. Kevin Sim getting in and putting that one out of reach. And the Sod Poodles now up by 1-0. Winning Friday night by a final score 6-2. Losing last night by 5-2. But evidently pretty good on that. Here is Anderson Rojas. Rojas coming in. He'll take that one and foul that off. And the count now at 0-1. No balls and one strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. No balls and two strikes. And that is chopped foul. So the count now, no balls, two strikes to Anderson Rojas. And here he goes again. That one high fly in the air up to right field. Campbell getting in foul territory. And that's the inning. Well, Kevin Sim getting that solo shot. And they are up ahead by one. One run, one hit, no errors, and nobody left. Amarillo in front, 1-0. Jacob Campbell coming in as he'll lead off the bottom half of the second inning. And we will be right back with our ball game after these commercial messages. This one brought to you in part by our friends there at good old West Creek Trail Rides. Join us Tuesday through Sunday as you can get your reservation online at westcreektrailrides.com or show up and book your reservation. Call Lana at the 210 number and we will give you that number right now. 210-616-6585 to book your reservation. Just give her a call and say, I'd like to book. Well, leading off the bottom of the second inning, here is right fielder Jacob Campbell as he gets going for the San Antonio Missions here this evening. That's a pitch inside for a slider. The count now at 0-1. No balls, one strike, and the pitch. That's going to be high fly in the air up to the right field area. And the right fielder cannot get there. He'll allow it to go foul. And the count now at 0-2. And that is right there.
Batting six.
And that is out number one. Here is the designated hitter, Cole Roederer, as he stands in, ready to go, and hits that one high in the air up to right field. Boy, that's got a chance. Up to the warning track, reaches up with one hand.
Batting seven, the third baseman, Yendry Rojas.
And that will bring in Yendry Rojas, two down and nobody on base. San Antonio trying to tie this ball game, and evidently with Amarillo winning this one. Well, they're not winning it, but evidently they have a good opportunity tonight to try to win this one. Well, play made out there in right center, as that will do for this half inning is over. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio. Third inning coming up. Sod Poodles in front, 1-0. We're back here as Alvin Guzman. Roberts and Pena will follow in from behind when we come back. About set to go for the top of the third right now. The Missions Baseball Network. Alvin Guzman be the 8-hole batter. 8-9-1 due up against Braden Net. As we are set to go for the third. That one fouled off. The count now at 0-1. So far, cannot wait for October as, boy, 23 episodes of season 4. That one's a ground hopper. In front of Rojas, he'll give it to Castañon. Right in time, out number 1.
Batting 9, the catcher, Caleb Roberts.
That'll bring in the 9-hole batter, catcher Caleb Roberts. Roberts coming in, ready to go. The wind-up end pitch by Braden, and that's inside for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. Well, it's sad to say that your partner Picani is, I think being on vacation will do him pretty good after getting them back sores. Yeah, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right about that. I mean, that guy works hard. I mean, you look at how many rides that people get on him, people get off of him, people get on him, people get off of him. He goes on a lot of rides every day, and I do believe that he should be getting on vacation. That one high in the air, and that one's out of reach. Gone. Caleb Roberts getting a home run. And that's now a 2-0 ball game for Amarillo. And so far, pretty good on this one. You know, San Antonio trying to win another one, but evidently, in order to do that, they would have to get men on bases and whack some baseballs out of here. Second baseman Manuel Pena leads off the batting order for Amarillo as he takes a no balls and 1 strike and a pitch. That is outside, and it evened up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the count. And the pitch is right there and in for a strike. It's 1-2. We got to say, hopefully everything is working pretty good. Hope y'all that are in the broadcast can hear me. And I bet y'all can. But right there, strikeout. And here is the shortstop, Tommy Troy, as he comes in next for Amarillo. That's a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. We got 6 games Tuesday through Sunday against Midland. Amarillo hits the Corpus Christi after tonight against San Antonio. That's high fly in the air. Up to left fielder Fabian gets it, and that will pretty much do it. But Caleb Roberts gets a home run, so 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 3.5, Amarillo leading this one by 2-0. Norwillian, Cedeno, DeVries, and Fabian will lead it off in the bottom of the third when we come back in our broadcast. Bottom half of the third inning set to go for San Antonio. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. 8-hole batter, Nerwillian Cedeno stepping up first. Hits that one, and boy, that's going to get down a base hit. That's going to look like he's going for two, and he's got a double. Boy, he came out of the dugout and said, you know what, boys? I'm going to give you something to smile about. That is a double right to the right field. And that's why Whataburger is served hot and fresh for all of San Antonio and towns outside the metropolitan area. Leo Dallas DeVries, the 9-hole batter, the shortstop, coming up now for San Antonio. Runner at second, nobody out. Good opportunity for San Antonio to get back in this one. But evidently putting a runner on for getting a big home run, that would work too. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. So pretty good night for San Antonio if they could get in there, get something going. Right there, high fly in the air and out of play. For the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, with Midland winning that ball game against Arkansas, it was a double-digit victory for the Rockhounds. Final score, Midland 11, Arkansas 2. As they played at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today. Well, I tell you one thing, everybody else is going. Wichita at Springfield, Amarillo and San Antonio, Corpus Christi and Frisco, Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa going head-to-head as the final 8 teams of the day. And that one is a changeup. That's outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Cloudy skies, but evidently good thing we do have the cloud cover. Except that blazing heat that'll roast you alive. 100 degrees will certainly do you in. And that's why we ask everybody to think safety during these hot summer days. And also to stay hydrated as well. So water and Gatorade. If you work outside, make sure you cool down slowly, because if you do cool down fast, you'll make yourself sick doing that. So you don't want to ever do that. Right there, ground hopper short. Got first, and they get them done. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on. As that RBI will have to wait as we go to the 4th inning. Amarillo leading this game 2-0. Jackson, Feltner, Groover, and Conocello will lead it off as we head to the 4th inning coming up for Amarillo. And we'll be right back in our live broadcast of Texas League Baseball. Now set to go for the top of the fourth inning for Amarillo right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, that'll bring in Jackson Feltner, 3-4-5 due up against Braden Nett. And the windup and the pitch, that is fouled off. The count now at 0-1. West Creek Trail Rides, our proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball. Our also proud sponsor is our San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo. Get your tickets right now for next year's rodeo events, like our Stock Show Rodeo. And that's going to be a ground hopper right to the shortstop DeVries. Throw down the first to Castañon, and that is out number
Now
one.
batting, third baseman Gino Groover.
That'll bring up Gino Groover is 0 for 1 and a ground out. So far, if you've ever been to West Creek Trail Rides, the greatest place for horseback riding adventures and fun, and also the series here on YouTube called Horseback Riding Adventures. That one's going to be high fly in the air. Fabian will make the play, and they're 2 down. You know, and it's a good place to get out to relieve stress or anything in life that may be hard right now, and the likes of which a lot of things to this day are kind of hard. You know, you go through stresses, you go through ups and downs in life. Things in life may or may not be easy right now, but evidently down the road, I sure hope and pray that things will be. Yeah, I gotta say, John, I hope you're right too about that, because evidently we look at the past things that have gone on. I mean, inflation and all this price gouging. It's really tough. Yeah, it is. Well, Rojas getting after it, and he brings it back right there. And that ends the inning. So Yendry Rojas snagging that one away from a young fan, and that ball was actually in play, so she couldn't touch it. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We're 4.5, Amarillo in front, 2-0. Well, about set to go for the bottom of the fourth right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Leading off the inning, Joshua Mears, the center fielder, comes in. Powers that one deep to left field, but not over the wall. That'll hit to the left fielder's glove.
First baseman number 6.
And there is one away.
Castanon.
First baseman Marcos Castanon coming in. Now set to go for San Antonio. That's going to be right there. Line drive up to right field, and there is 2 down.
Now batting number 7.
The right fielder is Jacob Campbell. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout last time up.
Yeah.
And that's an inside strike. The count now at 0-1.
Ball.
Right there, the count now 1-1. Well, I think Springfield just called their ball game against Wichita. Cardinals winning 7-4 against the Wind Surge. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. Well, that's pretty good right there as they get a lead knock, but 2 outs. And they put the tying run at the plate now. The designated hitter is Cole Roederer, so he'll stand to be the tying run. And the pitch, that's going to be right there. Line drive to left, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. 5th inning coming up. Amarillo leading this game 2-0. We're back here after this as we'll get set for the 5th with Kevin, Sam, Rojas, and Guzman set to go. Now set to go for the 5th inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Kevin Sim coming in, 6-7-8, due up against Braden Net, as that one is outside. 1 ball and no strikes underway of inning number 5. And the pitch. That one right there, line high in the air, up to right field. Campbell will intercept it. And there is 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder Anderson Rojas.
Anderson Rojas, 0 for 1, a fly out. Pretty good here this evening, and that's an inside strike. The count now at 0-1. Well, with Springfield winning another one, evidently we will pull up your win and losses in just a second, and we'll let Bob do that. Oh, okay, yeah, I will get going on that. And so far we can go ahead and tell y'all who won in those ball games. Yep, thank you, Bob. 0-2. And that one fouled off. So far, pretty good. Well, Springfield winning their 58th against Wichita. So far, wrapping up there at beautiful Blue Shore Stadium. Should I say Blue River Stadium? Because evidently that is their ballpark there in Springfield, Missouri. Wichita and Springfield being the 4 ball clubs being done. Midland winning today as they took on the Arkansas Travelers. And so far played this afternoon, while other teams would play in the evening. So Midland, gotta say, coming in and taking second place and putting the Frisco Rough Riders down to a 3rd place position. Pitch clock violation, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch. That's down and in, splitter. And the count now full. Alvin Guzman awaits on deck to come in this half inning. 3-2. That one's got high in the air, deep to the shortstop DeVries. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Alvin Guzman.
Alvin Guzman coming in now. 2-way, nobody on. Could be another 1-2-3 inning for Amarillo here tonight. A lot of zeros could easily pop up when you go 1-2-3, 1-2-3. And that's within all innings. That one down and outside. The count now at 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. And right there, out of play. The count now 2-1. Here's a 2-1. And right there and in. And the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off, and he'll see another. Two and two. And that's going to be right there. Intercepted by Cedeno. Right in time to Castañon. And with that, the side is retired. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Amarillo. 5.5. Sod Poodles in front, 2-0. Third baseman Rojas, Cedeno, and DeVries get ready to go for the bottom of 5 when we come back. Bounce set to go for the bottom of the fifth right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Third baseman Yendry Rojas stepping in now. Still a 2-0 ball game. That one lifted high in the air up to left field. And he'll catch that in foul ground just shy of the line.
Second baseman, Nerwillian Cedeno.
Nerwillian Cedeno coming in now. 1-for-1 double. Join us Tuesday, taking on the first of a 6-game set against Midland. Be a pretty good series. The final 6 times of the year that we take on the Rockhounds.
Now batting, number 94.
Evidently, this season is slowly but surely coming to almost an end. Evidently, with 6 months of baseball, and evidently a little bit longer if you make it into playoff rounds, which evidently Midland and Springfield have gotten into the tickets, and they got in and they got her going. But with Midland winning 11-2 against Arkansas, that'll put them up to a second place position. And now with them getting going and stuff, they really have to press the momentum when they're up here in San Antonio. Well, that will do it for the plays made, and that ends the inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. 6th inning coming up. The Sod Poodles in front by 2-0. Roberts, Pena, and Troy lead it off for Amarillo when we come back. Now set to go for the top of the 6th inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Leading off the top of the 6th inning for Amarillo is the catcher Caleb Roberts. Roberts coming in, and he'll take that one high fly and out of play with a count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And a pitch. And that's an inside strike. The count now at 0-2. Well, our teams going into Tuesday. Amarillo at Corpus Christi, Northwest Arkansas at Arkansas. Springfield at Tulsa. Frisco at Wichita, and Midland at San Antonio. Those are the teams that will play against each other on Tuesday through Sunday next week. Missions after the series against Midland, they'll head to Frisco, then come back and take on 6 against the visiting Springfield Cardinals. St. Louis AA team, they're in the North Division. That's a line drive up to the left field. That's a base hit. So keep it going for
second baseman,
another batter to get in. That'll bring in second baseman Manuel Pena. Pena coming in, ready to go. He hits that one high fly in the air, deep to right field. Campbell getting after it. And he'll make the play for out number 1.
The batter, number 4, shortstop Tommy.
That'll bring up the shortstop Tommy Troy as he comes in for Amarillo. Hopefully everybody's enjoying our broadcast tonight and so far. Got our fans watching from West Creek Trail Rides. After closing hours, evidently getting all the horses fed and watered and pretty much a final time that they have a pretty good day to get rides out, and so far pretty good. Cedeno gets it. DeVries into Castagnon, inning over. What a terrific double play. Brotherly love right there, boys, and I got it. All best friends right there. Well, no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. We had bottom of the sixth, and Amarillo leading it 2-0. Top of the San Antonio lineup coming up when we come back in our broadcast. Well, we're about set to go for the bottom half of the sixth inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Top of the lineup, here we go. Left fielder Albert Fabian takes a changeup right inside for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. Broadcast running smooth on this Sunday night as that one was hit foul. The count now 0-2. Looked like rain a little bit, but might get some later this week. Probably a rumble of thunder or a thunderstorm or something. Just a 15 to 20% chance tomorrow. Evidently, a lot of people getting tornadoes this year, even like what we saw in North Dakota.
Ball.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, that is just pretty ugly when you look at it. Now, I know, even though you have two tornadic supercells and both of them get tornado warned and they start dropping tornadoes, and then right behind it, the big bad derecho that's right behind it. Well, up to right field. That's a base hit.
Now batting.
A good start for San Antonio.
Salas.
And that'll bring in Ethan Salas. So pretty good right there. Got a great crowd tonight. And the pitch. Fouls that one off. 0 for 2, a line out and a grind out by Salas. And the 0-1. That one foul. No balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch.
That's
Outside for a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Dylan Ray still in this ball game. Now with 49 pitches for his starting appearance on Amarillo. And that's going to be right there to second for 1, and they get them both. So a double play erases the hit, 5-4-3.
Joshua.
Boy, not a good thing right there. That'll bring up Joshua Mears. Mears coming in, ready to go. Takes that one outside. It's no balls and 1 strike. He's 1 for 2, a single here in this evening. And so far, don't forget, 7th inning is straight ahead right after this one.
Ball 1.
And right there for a ball.
1-2.
And the count now 1-2. Jeff Andrews calling balls and strikes. Right there to short. Flip to first. Inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the 7th inning, and it's Amarillo 2, San Antonio nothing. We're back here for the 7th inning as Jackson, Feltner, Groover, and Conicello will get things going. Seventh inning coming up for Amarillo right now. The Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Jackson Feltner coming in. 3-4-5 due up against Braden Nett, who has also been staying in the ball game longer than anticipated. Takes a strike inside. The count now at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That one high flying in the air, foul. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Called 3rd strike, and they got him down.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman.
Jeez Louise. Don't want to be that guy getting struck out. Gino Groover, 0 for 2. Comes in, ready to go. And the pitch. That is right there, high in the air, up to the left field area. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Gavin Conicello.
Gavin Conicello coming in, 0 for 2, strikeout and a pop-out. Pretty good right there. That's going to get down. Line drive, base hit.
Now batting,
Well, so far, pretty good as Amarillo gets another hit. Kevin Sim coming in after a home run that he had last time up. Sod Poodles doing pretty good tonight. Evidently with the 2 runs being held up and still having to shut San Antonio out for a lot of zeros through almost 6. That's right there, and that will do it. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. And we get up a stretch. Beautiful music playing. It's Take Me Out to the Ball Game, will you, Pops? And it's Amarillo 2, San Antonio nothing. We're back for more baseball as we start the bottom of the 7th. Castellon, Campbell, and Roederer will lead it off when we return. Now set to go for the bottom of the 7th, right now for the San Antonio Missions Baseball Network. Well, leading off the bottom of 7, first baseman Marcos Castañon.
Ball.
Takes that one down and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Well, we got 2 warm-ups going as lefty Will Mabry and Logan Clayton warming up. Lefty and a righty in the Sod Poodles bullpen. One and one. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Castañon. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 7.
That'll bring in Jacob Campbell, 1 for 2. As he'll be set to go here in this one. And that's a strike inside. The count now at 0-2. A lot of zeros through the bottom of the first inning. San Antonio has been really struggling. Evidently tonight, Amarillo might just win this one. But still a no early call than that. But evidently, just keep going and find out at the end. Well, with 2 outs now, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Cole Roederer, after the strikeout of the previous batter. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. The changeup gets him down for a strike, and the count now 0-1. And boy, getting him chasing. Lacking that plate discipline, that's not a good thing to see. And the pitch is outside.
One ball.
And the count
two
now
strikes.
at 1-2. Well, so far so good, right, Bob? Yeah, I gotta say, John, everything running smoothly after seeing everything going on. Well, right there, that will do it. And it's a play made and in the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. 8th inning coming up. Sod Poodles in front, 2-0. Anderson, Rojas, Guzman, and Roberts lead it off for Amarillo when we come back. Top half of the 8th inning set to go for Amarillo right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Anderson, Rojas coming in. And so far that will do for the starting pitcher. Unlike Braden Nett, who got replaced after the 7 innings. He would talk this evening. 7 innings come and go with Braden Nett getting in. Anderson Rojas first greeting up Omar Cruz. He is pitching in relief for San Antonio. Cruz now pitching for the Missions. And the pitch. That one's got high in the air. And is anybody going to get there? No, it will drop. And boy, that is a double.
Number 13, Alvin.
Boy, it's like a circus. Do 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 do. I'm kidding. Here's Alvin Guzman swinging and miss curveball. Gets him out forward for strike 1. 0 for 2 and 2 groundouts tonight. And the pitch. That one is a high fly in the air up to center field. And boy, right there, he catches it mid-air of the ground. And that is one down. The catcher, Caleb Roberts, coming in now. And gotta say, that's a pretty home run by Roberts the last time round, giving Amarillo a 2-0 lead after that home run.
No.
Roberts coming in, changeup down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Near 3,000, but we are 2,911 on our ball game tonight. That one's got high in the air up to the third base Rojas, and they're 2 down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Manuel.
Well, that'll bring up second baseman Manuel Pena. 0 for 3, strikeout and a flyout, and a ground out too. Here's the pitch.
Yep.
And that's an inside strike. And the count now at 0-1. Whoa, that's a swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
I don't think he was happy chasing that one. But evidently, Not so lucky. Here's the 0-2. That one right there, now to play. So still hanging on at no balls and 2 strikes. The windup. And right there, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to count, and a pitch. And still holding on. Here's the pitch. High fly in the air. And just might be confusing that pitcher for San Antonio. Yeah, I got to say, John, it could probably be a lot worse on that. Still hanging on, no balls and 2 strikes. Or Campbell coming in and trying to get something going here, John. Yeah, that is for sure. Cold, 3rd strike, and finally the pitcher won that duel. And that will be the side retired. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Bottom half of the 8th coming up, and Amarillo leading this game 2-0. Bottom half of the 8th inning, set to go for San Antonio. Right now, the Mission's Baseball Network. Will Mabry getting into relief. First call up for the mound for Amarillo. 4-seam curveball and a slider changeup as well in his pitch reservoir. So 4 pitches to choose from. I'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Yendry Rojas. That one hit high in the air, up to left. And that is the first out here in the bottom half of the 8th for San Antonio.
The 2nd baseman, Nerwillian
Cedeno coming in, 1 for 2. And a pitch. And that's going to be right there, high in the air, and that will not get down. Well, I tell you what, John, Amarillo is just leading a 2-run charge against San Antonio, as still the Missions have failed to capitalize every turn through the game. And so far, they're going to try to get something going. I know. High in the air up to center, and that will do it. Well, 3 wasted outs, but evidently no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. We head to the 9th inning coming up. Amarillo in front by 2. Tommy Troy, Feltner, and Gruber rounds it out for the 9th inning straight ahead. About set to go for the ninth inning right now on the Sod Poodles in the San Antonio Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And yeah, we are not in Amarillo. We are here in our home in San Antonio. Shortstop Tommy Troy bats for the top of the ninth inning, and that's an inside strike. The count now at 0-1. Underway, top of the ninth on the Sunday night. And the pitch. That one is driven up nicely, deep to center. Mears has it. Beautiful play. Guy took a knuckle sandwich for you taking his lunch money. Huh? I'm just kidding. But that knuckle sandwich was the out. Oh, au contraire, mon ami. Oh, yeah. Right there.
Groover.
That'll bring up Gino Groover as he steps in. 0 for 3, a ground out in the second inning. And a pitch. Right there in the end for a cold strike. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. The count now at 0-2. Down to their final out here in the top of the ninth inning. And a pitch. That one high fly in the air. Straightaway left field, and Fabian will take that himself to end a ninth inning. Well, San Antonio has one more chance to get going here. Hopefully it won't be a shutout, but if it is, that would be probably bad. Well, anyway, we're about set to go when we come back, and glad that you are staying with us. Ninth inning coming up. Amarillo leading this one by 2-0. Now set to go for the bottom of the ninth inning for San Antonio, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Christian Montes de Oca is coming in for Amarillo, and he will have the closing door assignment here in this broadcast. And so far, San Antonio down to their final 3 outs. They got to make something happen right here, right now. Albert Fabian coming in. He's 1 for 3, singled last time up. And now it's going to be a ground ball. Pass to the pitcher, and there's out number 1.
Now batting.
A lot of zeros in this ball game. Got to bring in the catcher, Ethan Salas. 0 for 3. He lined in the first inning. And the pitch.
No.
That one is outside. 1 ball
One ball.
and no strikes. Join us Tuesday evening. We take on the Midland Rockhounds
No.
in a 6-game set. Evidently, it'll be our last 6-time meetup of the year between the two ball clubs.
No.
Sweeper getting down, and the count now 3-0. Joshua Mears on deck. Sad that we have to say goodbye to the Rockhounds for the year. But evidently, there will always be a next year and also a new season. That one driven up nicely deep to right field, and near the warning track is that right fielder. And that is out number 2. Joshua Mears being the last man here in this one. Boy, tell you one thing, that San Antonio could be in a real danger. But anyway, have to wait and see. No balls, 1 strike. Right there. 2 shorts. Flip across, and that's the ball game. And Amarillo wins it here in San Antonio. Final score 2-0. And that, my friends, we have wrapped up a short 3 games against the Sod Poodles. Well, Dylan Ray getting the win. Braden Nick getting the loss. The save goes to Christian Montes de Oca. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, Amarillo gets to go to Corpus Christi. San Antonio stays home and waits for Midland to get here. Evidently, we do have final scores. Corpus Christi and Frisco. We will have to see what that was. And yes, it is. Corpus Christi winning their 33rd, beating, well, Northwest Arkansas. Evidently winning through 10 innings of play there in Tulsa. And so far, they will pick up win number 43 of their season. Tulsa gets their 54th loss of the year. And so far, San Antonio picking up loss number 37. And that'll put Amarillo to their 42nd win of the season. Well, I think in all honesty, everybody played baseball today, and so far we're going to see where everybody is for Tuesday, July 22nd. And so far, we'll be just getting ready. All right, so Midland at San Antonio. And let's see. Yeah, we could go ahead and get that one going right there, Bob. We got Amarillo at Corpus Christi. We got Frisco at Wichita. We got Northwest Arkansas. At Arkansas. All right, so that will be the 22nd right there. And that will be a Tuesday going forward. Well, anyway, let's go over your runs, hits, and errors first for the victorious Amarillo Sod Poodles. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For San Antonio alone, 4 hits. And that was all she wrote. But anyway, we thank y'all for tuning in to this broadcast. And so far, hope everybody comes back and sees us here in Wolf Stadium. Well, anyway, final score, Amarillo 2, San Antonio nothing. And so far, this has been our broadcast for this Sunday evening. Join us on Tuesday night. We take on the Midland Rockhounds in a 6-game set. And so far, we will see y'all on Tuesday. So y'all have a good night, everybody.